When next year's fourth Avengers movie comes to a climax, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is expected to undergo some big changes. One of those changes is potentially the introduction of characters who were previously unavailable for use by Marvel Studios. The X-Men are certainly the highest profile of those expected new arrivals, but the Fantastic Four may well join the MCU as well. And in this video, we'll be theorizing one of the ways in which Marvel's first family could be introduced. Hey guys, why don't you do something fantastic and hit the subscribe button? It's the best way of keeping up to date with all of Screen Rant's great new videos. The Fantastic Four have appeared in their fair share of live-action movies to date, none of which have been a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In 1994, a movie based on the team was produced by Constantine Film Production with a budget of $1 million, but it was never released. In 2005, 20th Century Fox distributed a $100 million Fantastic Four movie that was critically panned, but which was given a $130 million budget 2007 sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer, regardless of its failings. And most recently, in 2015, Fox rebooted the franchise with Josh Trank at the helm. And it was arguably the worst comic book movie ever made, in spite of its rumored $155 million budget. Given that none of the team's movies have been particularly great, and now that Disney are expected to complete the purchase of Fox early next year, fans of the MCU are demanding the iconic quartet are introduced to Marvel Studios' flagship franchise. After the failings of the most recent Spider-Man movies, when the Webbed Wonder was brought over to the MCU, the character was completely revitalized. And everyone will be hoping the same will happen with Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, The Invisible Woman, and The Human Torch, as they totally deserve a movie worthy of their iconic status as superheroes. And let's be honest, once Kevin Feige gets his hands on them, that's more than likely to happen. There is, however, a theory that their potential introduction will involve a very different origin story to anything seen before in a Fantastic Four arc. In the comics, the unreleased 1994 movie, and the 2005 movie, the Fantastic Four gained their powers when they were hit by cosmic rays during a scientific mission to outer space. And in the 2015 reboot, they gained them when the quantum gate they used to access the alternate dimension known as Planet Zero, aka the Negative Zone, exploded in their vicinity. This theory, however, suggests that they'll get their powers in the MCU should they be introduced as expected, courtesy of the quantum realm. The mysterious subatomic plane is set to become a huge part of the franchise, having previously appeared in 2015's Ant-Man movie and its sequel earlier this year. It's rumored to appear in the Captain Marvel movie and is expected to play a major role in helping the heroes of the MCU to undo what Thanos did in this year's Avengers Infinity War, as there have been hints that they'll use it to travel in time in the sequel, in order to prevent the Mad Titan from ever collecting the Infinity Stones he ultimately used to wipe out half of all life in the universe. It's already proven in the MCU that exposure to quantum energies can grant people abilities. Look no further than Janet Van Dyne and Ava Starr for evidence of that, and it could do the same for the Fantastic Four. Once the mysteries of the quantum realm become more widely apparent in the MCU, every scientist in the world will want a piece of the action as far as studying it is concerned, and that will shortly include the genius Reed Richards, the Fantastic Four's designated leader. The theory goes on to predict that Richards, along with Ben Grimm, Sue Storm, and Johnny Storm, as well as potentially at least Victor Von Doom, will venture into the quantum realm to conduct experiments in much the same way they ventured into space and the Negative Zone in other sources and adaptations. An accident or mishap could then occur with their ship or equipment that results in them having to abort their mission in a hurry, at which point their ship or equipment will explode, causing a wave of quantum energy to bombard them. Their specific roles whilst on the mission could then determine the powers they ultimately end up obtaining. For example, Reed Richards might be trying to stretch subatomic matter. Ben Grimm might be collecting the quantum realm's equivalent of rock and earth. Sue Storm might be working with subatomic photons and electromagnetic radiation, and Johnny Storm might be the mechanic of the team and be closest to the engine room where the explosion happens. That's certainly oversimplifying things, but you get the idea. It's actually very similar to what happened in the 2015 Fantastic Four movie in the Negative Zone. So go on and watch that monstrosity of a movie if you'd like to envision what might happen in the quantum realm. If this theory does turn out to be true, it certainly makes you wonder where we'll first see the Fantastic Four in the MCU. There's already been a Baxter Building Easter egg in Season 2 of Iron Fist, the Baxter Building being the Fantastic Four's headquarters, and some people believed it was the Fantastic Four who'd be moving into the Avengers Tower after it was emptied in Spider-Man Homecoming. But if the quantum realm is going to play a major part in the team's origin, it could be the next Ant-Man movie in which their arrival in the MCU is confirmed. Perhaps Franklin Storm, Sue and Johnny's father, will be a former colleague of Hank Pym's, and maybe Pym will bring in Storm's Offspring and their friends as interns as a favor for his old lab buddy. That particular introduction would certainly make the whole Quantum Realm origin story easy to put together from a narrative standpoint. Regardless of how the Fantastic Four arrive in the MCU, it can surely be only a matter of time before they do, and it will definitely be extremely cool to see Marvel's first family coming home and getting to appear alongside guys like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Ant-Man going forward in the franchise. And the prospect of the likes of Doctor Doom, the Silver Surfer, Galactus, Kang the Conqueror, Annihilus, and Molecule Man would be likely to follow the team to the franchise is undoubtedly a mouth-watering one. Do you think the Fantastic Four will appear in the MCU anytime soon? If so, will they get their powers courtesy of the Quantum Realm? Have your say in the comments section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Screen Rant for more great videos like this one. See you later, and flame on!